Welcome back to my class. Let's start the chapter Cures for the Common Cold. In the previous class, we have discussed up to paragraph number 5, and in that one, in the last paragraph, we have studied that copavin, which was the combination of codeine and papaverine, was highly effective in cure of cold, but it was not available at any place, but only physicians, means doctors, were able to prescribe it, and they also had to decide what should be the dose of this medication. So, and that medication was known as the copavin. Copavin means the combination of codeine and papaverine. Okay. Now, you just go through the text. As I told you always, without looking at the text, it won't be easy to understand. Since these studies were made, confirmatory reports. Confirmatory report means what? Something where we can give the confirmation. Confirmatory reports have been published by several other investigators. So, when the effect of this copavin means when this effect was visible to people, to the doctors, and a number of researchers, they did the study and they also did give their reports. In the meantime, Dr. Russell Cecil of New York and Dr. Fish-Hotter of Vienna both found that the codeine-papaverine mixture was particularly beneficial if used by their patients at the very beginning of the infection. So, what is mentioned here? Number of doctors, number of scientists, they were trying to do research on this codeine and papaverine mixture, which is known as the copavin. In the meantime, there were two doctors. First one is Dr. Russell Cecil from New York and Dr. Fish-Hotter of Vienna. They did speak, they did give their opinion that this mixture, means this copavin, is very effective if it is given to the patients in the initial stage of the cold, means when cold is being started, in the initial stage, in the primary stage of cold, if this mixture is being given, this is highly beneficial. And in this connection too, it is of interest to recall the statement that opium users rarely have cold. So, at the same time, it is also mentioned that number of people or number of doctors, they did give their opinion that people who use opium in a regular manner, they don't catch cold, means very rarely they do suffer from cold. Thomas D. Quincy, in his confession, wrote that during the years in which he had taken opium, he never once caught cold, as the phrase is not even the slightest cough. So, Thomas D. Quincy it is written, so he has written in his book The Confession that the time when he was using opium in a regular basis, at that time he was not at all suffering from cold or cough, means his body was having the resisting power. He was not at all affected by the virus which can cause cold or cough. But after discontinuing the use of opium, a violent cold attacked me and a cough soon after. But there was a time of his life when he discontinued this opium, and when he discontinued, what happened? He was attacked by cold and after it cough. It means, according to him, if you are having the habit of taking opium or some other drug, you may not be affected by cold or some other things. In a similar vein, writes Coquetou in his Diary of an Addict. Coquetou is another writer. In glossary it is given, Jean Coquetou has taken birth in the year 1889 and died in the year 1963. French poet novelist. This one is being given in the very next page, you can read it out. But you just recall the name, that's enough. And he has written in his Diary of an Addict, opium, he says, is a season. And according to Coquetou, opium is a season. It means it is a particular season. Okay? Means no other season can affect this opium season. The smoker no longer suffers from changes in the weather. He never catches cold. And the person who is smoking, a smoker is not affected by the change of the climate. Even he does never catch cold. It means it might be possible because he has written Diary of an Addict and it is mentioned in his confession. Confession is being written by De Quincey, and here this diary of an addict, Coquet has written that if you are a smoker, then you might not be affected by cold. Less effective but still of moderate value were several other opium derivatives. Derivative means what? I have written the meaning. Something which is taken from something else. So, most of the time there is moderate effect, means average effect, and it means, what did you understand? Listen, morphine was rejected because of its danger. Now, copaine came into market. Copaine is the mixture of powdered opium and it is codeine and papaverine mixture. Okay, so copaine is the combination of codeine and papaverine. It is effective. Then it is mentioned less effective but still of moderate value. Some other medications are there, they are little bit less effective as well as that is having average value, where several other opium derivatives, means number of other opium derivative is also there which is less effective but it is giving average effect and it is not harmful. In addition to codeine alone and papaverine alone, it was found that powdered opium and the old fashioned Dover's powder. What do you mean by Dover's powder? Dover's meaning is also written here. Dover's powder means a combination of powdered opium and powdered ipecac. Ipecac is a type of tree and the root of that is used, were beneficial. Quinine also came to be included in this group of moderately valuable medication, and later quinine also came in this medication group. The proportion of individuals who reported complete relief or definite improvement after the use of this preparation ranged from 57% for powdered opium down to 50% of quinine. So here quinine was given to some of the patients and opium, powdered opium is also being given to some of the patients. Then what happened? The patients who were using powdered opium, their effective was 57%, whereas quinine was 50%. Okay, it means quinine was little bit less effective than powdered opium. Finally, certain general hygienic measures are also helpful in the treatment of cold, and apart from all this medication, hygienic steps must be taken when a person is suffering from cold. And what is that? Going to bed and remaining there until recovery is good advice. What you have to do? If you are suffering from cold, you should remain in your house. You should remain on your bed. You should not go out. Why? What is the reason? The value of bed rest lies in protecting others from exposure. It means if you are taking bed rest, if you are remaining at home, others will not be affected by the same virus. In increasing general resistance, and the resistance power of your body also will increase if you are taking bed rest, and in keeping the body warm. At the same time, if you are at home and taking this medication, then you should keep your body warm. Bed rest during the acute stages of cold, means severe stages of cold, supplemented by such other treatment is also, as is indicated, would diminish the severity. Diminish means to lessen something. Severity means seriousness. So, if you are taking the medication, apart from this, you are taking bed rest and other home remedies, then definitely the seriousness of cold will be decreased. Severity limit their spread and reduce the frequency of complication, and it also will reduce the frequency of complication, means complication will be reduced if you are taking rest during the time when you are affected by cold. Hot baths for the treatment of cold may consist of hot water, hot air or steam. The effect of this bath is to dilate the blood vessels of the skin and to increase blood flow through them. So, what will happen? It is mentioned, apart from this medication, there are a number of other home remedies. For example, you can take hot bath, you can take steam bath, or by hot air also you can take the bath. Then what will happen? If you are taking all these things, it will dilate the blood vessels and of the skin and to increase blood flow through them. And if you are taking hot bath or steam bath, then your blood vessels will be dilated. At the same time, blood can flow through them quite easily. Not oxygen, it's blood. As a result, nasal congestion and stuffiness are reduced. At the same time, if you are taking hot baths, then definitely the stuffiness in your nose and nasal congestion, all these things also will be reduced. Similar effects may be obtained with massage or other forms of physiotherapy. At the same time, you can take massage or physiotherapy. Massage means what type of massage? You can take mustard oil massage with hot or cold compresses, mustard plasters and certain medicated ointments. Certain medicated ointment like your Vicks Vaporub, Vicks Vaporub and some other medication. Some small medicines are also available that you have to inhale it. Okay, so by all this medication, you can decrease the severity of cold. At the same time, it is also mentioned that these things are also quite effective. And here, if such treatments are followed by rest in bed with sufficient covers to prevent cooling, the effect is prolonged. So at the same time, you have to take this medication and you have to stop cooling your body. Then what will happen? The effect will continue for long time period. Means when you are taking this medication, you should not chill up your body. And the probability of there being of more than temporary benefit is increased. It means the benefit will not be temporary, it will be quite, just a minute, it will be quite good. Exercise frequently utilized by athletes to sweat out a cold has a similar effect. So it is mentioned, athletes they used to do exercise to sweat out so that there will be sweating in their body and they will get rid of cold. But at the same time, it is having some advantage as well as disadvantages. And what is that? But usually the symptoms return when the body gets chilled. If you are doing workout, if you are doing exercise and if you are sweating, it's good, it's not bad. But at the same time, after sweat out, you should not keep your body chilled or cool. If you are cooling your body, if you are sitting under a fan and if you are feeling little bit chilled, then there is the chance that this cold will return again. Body gets chilled, then the cold may become even more severe than before. And if after sweating out, after working out, there will be too much sweat from your body, and if after that your body is being chilled, then what will happen? You will catch cold once again. Not only you will catch cold, but the seriousness of this cold will also increase. Okay, understood? With this, your chapter ended. All of you have a nice time. We will return soon.